Hi, YouTube. Hey guys, what is up? How's it going? This is Kazi from cleverprogrammer.com. We finally figured out how to go live. We had our computers crashing. We had to change the laptops. We had to get a new install all these software, but that's good. Hopefully we got it. We're about 1 or 2 minutes past our time, but other than that, it should be good. In this live stream, we will be helping you level up your Python from zero to your first paycheck. So if you're a complete beginner, you're in the right place. If you're intermediate, you're in the right place. And if you're somebody who's even more advanced but doesn't know how to get that cash and get those clients for your skill set, you are in the right place. How is everybody doing today? So I'm asking you, Instagram, I'm asking you, Facebook, and I'm asking you, YouTube. How is everybody doing? Look at the yeah, no, for now just enjoy, but tomorrow the course is gonna be launching tomorrow at midnight Chicago time. And if you're in India or something, it'll be earlier. Thank you. Since Instagram likes to hear me gulp, I got some kombucha. I got some kombucha today, guys. On YouTube, if you guys want to check this out, it's really good. Energy. I don't even know. How do you define this thing?
Organic energy.
Here's what it says on it: renew, rebalance, rebuild, reclaim, rekindle, and recharge. Hopefully that gives you guys something on this, but how I like to put it, it just gives me a lot of energy. And it's weird, it doesn't even have caffeine or anything, but I like it, so whatever. All right, okay, sounds like everybody is doing good. People are like, nice haircut, Kazi. Awesome. Diane Jones is like, I make my own kombucha. Awesome. If you make your own, feel free to send it out to us. Just look up Clever Programmer on Instagram. We have our office address. Feel free to send us a shipment of kombucha, and we would love it. Oh, there are some people that are getting confused. This is not the actual big webinar, okay? This is a live stream where I'm gonna tell you what the webinar is about, and I'm also gonna take on your questions, like question and answer. So this is a lot of one-on-one interaction you guys will get with me today, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and then the live webinar goes tomorrow at 11 p.m. So tomorrow at midnight, almost 11 p.m. is the first showing, and the second showing, so there's one showing at Sunday night 11 p.m. and then the second one where I go live is Monday morning at 11 a.m. Yeah, this webinar is going to be really cool. Spent a lot of time putting it together, and I'm going to be there live. We already have, how many people do we have registered so far?
Almost 2,500.
Yeah, we have almost 2,500 people registered for this webinar. Just to put it into perspective, the last time I think we did a webinar, a really big webinar, we had about 700 people, I think, 700 people registered. And we're right now 2 days away from the webinar. So we still have 2 solid days to go. So with 2,500 people, I expect about 3,000-4,000 people to register. And then that's it. So it's pretty much one day and 15 hours left to sign up. And so yeah, I recommend that if you guys are here, the link is in the description, bio on Instagram, Facebook, the link is at the bottom, and go and check it out. All right, go sign up to it and show up to it. I'll answer your questions there as well. And in that webinar, what you guys are going to be getting is, there was part 1 of my video. I launched the Profitable Programmer Masterclass. And so it had part 1 where we found out your Python earning potential, and we found out what the job market is for Python developers. We figured out your lifestyle. And then in the second one, we figured out why most programmers, or why too many programmers, are broke and how you can avoid it. And in the third one, what did we talk about, Mustafa?
I'm sorry, I was.
Oh yeah, he's making an Instagram story. Cool. So yeah, if you guys are following us on Instagram, if you see Instagram stories, some of it is me, some of it is my friend Mustafa. But in the third one, we go a lot deeper into giving you the Python client getting system. So I give you how to get clients and what's the full-on roadmap from getting a client attracted to you all the way to not only getting your money, but putting that testimonial on your portfolio. So in the webinar, if you missed all 3 of those videos that were epic, and you shouldn't have missed them, but if you've missed them on the webinar, we're gonna cover kind of all those videos in a short time. We're gonna cover what they were about, the most important points. Oh yeah, and in the second video, I also hand you a portfolio as well. And then after that, I'm gonna talk about my new course, and my new course launches tomorrow, or actually in 2 days. But tomorrow I'm going to be talking about my course on the webinar as well, okay? And taking your guys' questions. So right now, I will take on your guys' questions, and then we'll go from there. High hope for all. Oh yeah, the other day, what I did on Instagram was I went live on Instagram, and then you can apparently go live with other people on Instagram. And so what I did is I just went live with a bunch of people. So I talked to Prenum, I talked to Hope for All, I talked to 2 other people. Their names are slipping me, but yeah, I just went live with them. And then what Instagram does is it splits the screen in half for both of you, and you're live and you're interviewing, you're talking with them, and everybody else in the audience can hear you. So I'm answering your questions live. It's a really cool feature. And also, Instagram was built off of what? Who knows what Instagram was built off of? What programming language was used? My friend here is raising his hand. If you guys know, type it in the comments. All right. Krutat Patel. Krutarth.
Big question from C-Rom. He says, is both the Monday and Sunday webinars cover the same topic on 2 different days?
Yeah, Sivaram says both Sunday and Monday webinars cover same topics on 2 different timings or 2 different days. Yes, they're just different timings, but they cover the same main topic. Since I'm live, I don't know what kind of crazy shit I'm saying on either of the webinar. Knowing me, I'm always like, I'll go on these crazy tangents and these like deep thoughts. So if you miss one or the other, I don't know, there might be some material that you miss, but the main topic will be there. Okay, so the main thing you won't miss if you join one or the other. Okay, cool. We have a lot of people saying Python, so it looks like these people know the power of Python. That's really good. Yep, Instagram is made off of Python, and that's what we were using to go live stream with them. Let me ask you guys some simple Python questions. Let's see where your guys are at. And it's okay if you guys are completely at level 0 or never written a line of code before, because again, that's what I'm here to help you with, and my course is here to help you whether you're at 0, intermediate, or maybe even advanced. Because we had an advanced web developer, and her name is Afreen. She's awesome. She was on, we did an interview with her, and she saved her company over $23,000 with Python after taking my course. So even if you're experienced, you can still get a lot of value out of it. Now, let me ask you guys some Python questions. Let's see. If you have to put a bunch of things, all right, somewhere, what data type would you use? Okay, so let's say it's just like a bunch of student names, and it's Bob and Billy and John and da 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 da. The list of student goes on. What data type would you use to store that information? Okay, just a simple question. All right, Sam, good job. Sam, you got it. Yeah, Sam is in my course, so I'm not. But Sam, I'm disappointed that you're saying the word array because that's a more Java word. But no, your idea is right. Okay, cool, 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 cool. So most of the people said, Nicholas says in a notepad. No, but in Python, what data type do we use? So that's funny. Yes, everybody who says list, good job. And the lists look like those brackets, okay? So it's like how I imagine list to be is like a bucket, and you just throw a bunch of things in there. I have this plastic bag here, so you can just imagine a list to be like this plastic bag, and I take my infamous mic, you guys know this mic, and I just take it and boom. I take my kombucha and I throw it in there. Boom. This paper bag in Python, we call it a list. All right, we call it a list. Now, when I put things in this bag, when I put this in a bag, does the bag care about the order of it? Like, meaning, if I'll put a lot of things in here and then I go back and look in this bag, is it really easy for me to take out the things in the same order as I put them in? Oh, and everybody who says array, good job, array is the right answer as well. It's just different way of calling it, okay? Let me take out this stuff from the bag. Yeah, okay, so we're getting a lot of people saying, we got somebody on Facebook saying no. Mehek says not unless you remember the order on Instagram. And then we have people on YouTube saying no and nope and no. Adi, Bakari, Deathwish, and Kian Hop. Yeah, so you guys are right. There is no way to know the order, maybe unless you remember it, but it's too complicated. Like, a plastic bag doesn't care about the order. So a list, though, in Python, remembers the order you put things in. Okay, so imagine if this plastic bag had a way of telling you which thing was on position 1, which thing was on position 2, and which thing was on position 3. Okay, it remembers the order. Now, can you guys think of where we would use something like lists in real life? Like, let's say like on Facebook or Instagram, or some website that we all use. Where do you think you could give me an example of where a list is used in Python? Okay, Justin says friends list on Facebook. That's a really good example. Spotify to arrange the songs. That's a really good example. Sam. Kian Hope. I butchered your name. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Such is our lives. My name always gets messed up, unfortunately. Friends list. Some people are saying storing names. Shopping list in an e-commerce. Storing contacts. Storing data. Keeping track of book index. Friends list on Facebook. Names, phone numbers, emails. Okay. What you post on your timeline on Facebook. Very good. Student profile. Okay, good, good. You guys are now getting the idea, okay? Yes, like images. Yes, good, good, good. So on platforms. Okay, again, if you guys have something to write with you, write this shit down. This is exciting. Okay, so you know exactly where a lot of these things are used, so then when you're learning about it in Python, it's not just boring. It's like, I'm just learning about list, data type, structure. It has more context and it's more fun. So okay, so let's take something like a list, right? And on Instagram, you could use it to store images. Now if you put things in a list, it's not like a paper bag, right? Because in paper bag, you don't remember what order you used, but list remembers the order. Now, the order is important because if I go on my Instagram, I want to make sure that my recent pictures are at the top and my oldest pictures are all the way at the bottom. Where else does order matter? When I go on Facebook and I look at everything on somebody's Facebook wall, I want to see the recent Facebook post at the top and everything else at the bottom, right? The oldest Facebook posts. Where else is order important? When I put things into my shopping cart, I want them to be in the right order. Or when I review my recent orders on Amazon and see everything that I've bought, I want to go down the list like boom, 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 and see which thing was purchased when. You know, what's the time of it? So those are some examples in real life where lists are used. Now, how about Netflix? Okay. We have all these movies, we got to store them somewhere. So maybe we could use a list for that. Okay, so always be thinking about this. However, in somewhere like Netflix, we don't necessarily care about the order that much.
People are saying the audio is a little low.
Oh, okay, so maybe my gain is a little bit low. iPhone storage full. All right, let's see. Hello, hello, hello. How is the audio doing on YouTube? Are you guys able to hear me clearly, or is it a little low? What Steph says, I love Netflix. Yeah. What's up, bro? How's it going? Tenzin just joined my live stream on Instagram. It's my good friend. What about creating an MVP for your company? Sorting, good. Bharat seems like Bharat knows a thing or two about what we're talking about. Okay, we have somebody asking for different books. So I'm gonna give you guys a book, okay? Don't go anywhere. Hold up a second. Okay, you want to get it to me? Python, John Zell. All right, don't freak out. I'm right here. Got a book. This is a book recommendation. I have used this book to learn Python, and this is a book I like to recommend to people. So for the people who are asking for a book, here you go. That's hilarious. So Tenzin just said, just at Walmart doing grocery, my grocery list doesn't care about order, it's lit. Yeah, so your grocery list doesn't care about order and doesn't need to. If it had to care about order, it would just be inefficient, and because it ultimately wouldn't matter. So yeah, there are other good books out there, like Learn Python the Hard Way. What I most love about you, Kazi, it's your mic. God, Paulo, broke my heart. Okay, so it's clear. What about Learning Python the Hard Way? Yep, Akshat, that is a good book. I am a fan of this, to be honest, because it goes through like building actual projects too. I mean, Learn Python the Hard Way does as well, but I'm a fan of, I don't know, I'm just a fan of this. You create these games and stuff, and I like it. You know, I kind of nerd out on this book a little bit. You create like tennis simulations, and here's just a rule of thumb with books. I talked with my good friend Ben Marks. He works at Google, and he writes code in Python every single day. And he was telling me that when you are using Python, or sorry, when you are learning coding and you're trying to learn it from a book, one of the best things to do is just go to a book with a lot of exercises. And my friend Amjad said the same thing, okay? Amjad is one of the founding engineers at Codecademy. And if any of you guys have used Replit or have seen me use Replit, REPL.IT, Amjad was the founder of it, okay? So Amjad also says, find books that just have a lot of exercises in them. So if you're going to get a Python or coding book, just pick it up and just go through it and just see how many exercises it has. And if it looks like you're working on a lot of hands-on exercises and projects, then you're in a good place. The author of this book is John Zell. Johnzelle. John Zell. Muzammil. Hi, how are you doing, man? How's it going? I love the way you speak English so much. It's easy to understand. You're the first speaker I can understand what you say without using subtitles. Beautiful. Yeah, I sound sometimes crazy in real life trying to enunciate every word so clearly, but hopefully it comes off clear to you guys and you guys understand it well. So thank you for letting me know that, and that helps me try to just focus on speaking clearly more. You could get the book from Amazon. Somebody just asked, where do people get the book from? You could go on Amazon and get it. Or I don't know if you have some coding stores nearby. Is such a thing exist? Coding stores? If it doesn't, then we got to open it. I mean, guys, after this course launch is over, we're going to be trying to open up a coding store near you. Yeah, Graham, you know it. Grinding on a Saturday night. Got a date coming up soon, but whatever, you know. It's grind time, baby. You guys are more important. Get it from PDF. Okay, I want to learn how to code, but all the courses are in other languages. Any suggestions? Python is awesome. Again, my course is going to be opening up soon. So if you are excited about it, you want to find out more about it, how the course works, what it covers, what kind of practical applications we'll be building, how I'll be showing you where to go and get your clients, how I'll be showing you how to land those clients, how I'll be giving you the exact roadmap to become a developer in 90 days. It's hard work. It's hard work. Don't get me wrong. If you think this is like, oh, I'm just going to go there and it's just all going to work and I'm just going to make money and it's just going to shower on me, that's not going to happen. But if you follow the roadmap and you work on the things that I'm laying out for you, since we're going to be learning and building practical stuff at the same time, by the end, you're going to be ready to get that job. So if you're interested, make sure to show your face on that webinar. All right. The link is in the description below. I'm going to take a little time out and have you guys register for that webinar, because that webinar is awesome. It's called Level Up Your Python from Zero to Your First Paycheck. I want to get all of you guys in there and give you all this mind-blowing content. This is something you don't want to miss out. So on YouTube, once you sign up, you know, type in 1. Instagram, once you sign up for this webinar, the link is in the bio. Type in 1 or say I signed up. And same thing goes for you, Facebook. Once you sign up, say that you have signed up. That's hilarious. Some people would like to learn for their own company purposes, so I'm asking. Hold on, what was your question? Maybe I missed it. Hi, Mavish. How are you doing? Mavish Baji, yay. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, the whole family is here. That's awesome. Are there any iTunes U courses you would recommend? Unfortunately, I never took any coding course on iTunes U, but I can recommend you a podcast. It's called, slipping my mind, Programming Throwdown. I used to listen to that all the time when I was going to college. And I would be taking the train and I would have my headsets in and be listening to Programming Throwdown. They talk about like advanced stuff and some of it is not even relevant, but I just enjoy it a lot. I know my friend Tenzin, he hates it and he hated me for recommending it to him, but I don't know. I geek out on that and I enjoy it. Okay, cool. Azim says I've signed up. Good, 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 good. We got a bunch of people saying 1111111. Good, good, good. What kind of skill is required? Everybody who wants to know the price of the course, I'm also going to tell you guys the price of the course. It hasn't been finalized, but if you're on the webinar, you will find out, okay? Everybody on the webinar, you will find out. What level of skill is required? If you're talking about the course, you can be at 0 skill, never even. Thank you, Renee. That's awesome. Thank you for writing that. But yeah, if you even have 0 skills, you're good. 1.5 days left. Too much time. Akshat, yeah, I know you're excited, buddy, but don't worry. That time is almost here, and we're going to be launching it soon. And so at this point, guys, if you're here, sign up for the webinar. Once you're done signing up for the webinar, make sure to go and put it in your calendar. I've even set up, and this was a pain. I had to literally make an account on Twilio and go through all this other stuff. But I made it so you guys even get like text reminders. So make sure that you put in all that stuff in the webinar when you're registering, and then put in your phone number as well. And then I'll personally send out a text to you so that you can get a reminder before it starts. The webinar, you don't need any skill level to come to the webinar. You can have 0 coding skills. Even if you're more intermediate or advanced, that's totally okay. We're not coding in the webinar. All right, let me see. Best website to learn Django. There are a couple of good resources for Django. One of them being one of my good friends, Justin Mitchell from Coding for Entrepreneurs. And he has a lot of stuff on Django. And he also has a YouTube channel on Django. In this course, we're going to be covering a lot of Django. So yeah, I think this will be the best Django course available. We'll be going, but in this course, we're not just covering a framework. We're covering like how to actually do web development with Python. So while specific frameworks are important, I'm going to be showing you guys how to become a good web developer, and then I'll help you choose your specific framework. So we'll have some stuff in a framework like Flask, and then we'll have some stuff in a framework like Django. Awesome. We got a lot of people signing up for the webinar. Great. How many people do we have now registered for the webinar? Good job. Somebody else just registered. Awesome. It's good to know. Let me actually, do you have my laptop anywhere? Or actually, hold on. Oh, no, I don't have my phone. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let me get that. Let me get that bad boy. Let's see. Let's see here what is going on. Okay. Oh, no internet. Okay, sweet. So we are about to hit the 2,500 registrants mark. That's good. So if you guys have signed up, good job. Awesome. I even have a special video that I'm going to be making for you guys that you people who registered on the webinar are going to get. I don't know. Isn't that cool? And then for everybody else, if you haven't registered, go register. And yeah, and if you send us out a cool email or something, we'll try to read it live on the webinar. Yeah, we got lots of comments on that Profitable Programmer Masterclass. We hit like over 1,000 comments. We had about 20,000 plus people watch, right? We had about 20,000 plus people go through the Profitable Programmer Masterclass. Yeah, that was insane. That happened last week. So if you guys missed it, not a problem. if you come to the webinar, we will be touching on those. You won't, the whole thing isn't going to be there, but we'll be touching on the most important and meaty things from that, because I know a lot of you might not have that much time. A lot of you might be busy, so that's going to be your best chance. Now, let me ask you guys let's do another Python question. Should we do another Python question? All right, first of all, let's do that. Should we do another Python question for you guys? Yeah, Zim, knowing OOP is good. Okay, it's still hard to hear, right? So.
A lot of people said it was fine, like before when you fixed it.
Okay, I just moved the gain up a little bit more. Do you want to have like a headset in or something so you can hear it? I don't know if you're gonna get. Do you think you're gonna get feedback from this?
Yeah.
No, like the annoying feedback.
No.
Okay. Yeah, check it out. All right, cool. So let's do this, okay? So what about if you need to store information? And again, guys, these questions are basic, and even if you don't know them, that's totally fine. But it's good to start thinking about this stuff. So let's say that you have, what kind of data type in Python would you use to store, let's say, names and then phone numbers that go with them, okay? So you have name and then you have a phone number. Then you have another name and then you have another phone number. So then when you later want to look it up, you can just try to look up the name and they'll give you the phone number that's associated with it. So what kind of bucket in Python would you throw that into? And in a little bit, I'll make it a multiple choice. So for those of you guys who totally have no idea, that's okay. You'll find out. Somebody said SQL. Hold on, you're getting a little advanced. We are talking about Python right now. Okay, cool. So we actually have a bunch of people who know about this data type. Awesome, awesome. So we have somebody saying dictionary. Array is not the right answer, Mohammed. List is close, but it's not list. So it's either between list and dictionaries, and since I just said it's not list, obviously it's not list. So yeah, everybody who said dictionary, good job. Okay, not a big deal if you didn't know this one, but dictionary is where you can put a key, we call it, and that's in our case, we'll put the key as a name. Make the key whatever, something that's easy to remember. So we'll put name as the key, and the value you get out of it is a phone number. Now on Netflix, the key would be the name of the movie, and the value might be the actual movie itself. Okay. Can you guys give me some real world examples of a dictionary, of a key, and a value? Maybe it's, I don't know, in groceries store you found it, maybe on Amazon, maybe on Instagram, maybe on something else. Can you give me an example of where we might use dictionary in real world? Student number, Spotify, everywhere, Walmart, price list. I have no idea. Some people are saying Snapchat. Let's see, username and passwords. Okay, good. Registration and login, that's another good one, okay? So that's a good way to think about it. Your username is a key and your password is the value, all right? Phone contacts, same thing. The name is the key and the phone number is a value. So if you go down the list, and then other things in real life, if you look up a specific order and you click on it, maybe the price is the value, okay? So in real world, we have lists and dictionaries being used all around us, even though sometimes when you're coding and they're teaching you about data types like lists and dictionaries, you can't relate. You're like, what? How are we using this in real world? So it's important whenever you're learning something, have that, that context in mind. Have the real context of why you're doing this and how this could be helpful to you. And for dictionaries, the symbol is like this, okay? In Python, I'm just going to type that in for you guys. So it's kind of like a squiggly thing. Yep, good job, Srizev. MJ Sodager, price list. Azim says student ID, good. Bus ticket, good job. Yep. Curly bracket, good. What is that joke? How does it go? Why do Java developers wear glasses? Who knows this one? Why do Java developers wear glasses? Man, this kombucha is good. Ugh. Did you look this up? Nobody on Facebook got it. Okay. We got first person on Instagram who got it. Good. We got somebody on Instagram who got it as well. Another person. To see the brackets. Good. Andreas got it. Muhammad Farhan got it. Good. Ibrahim got it. Grundy got it as well. Good. Yep. It's because they can't see sharp. Java is hard. I mean, don't get me wrong. All these languages are good and useful and powerful, right? But my biggest problems come with, okay, if somebody's starting out and they're learning, why to do something like print hello world, the easiest thing on the planet, you have to make a class and you have to compile and you have to learn how to use the terminal, and there's not a good place to just run it in the browser. Like, what's up with that? That's my problem when it comes to languages like Java, C, C++, and all these other languages. They're great, but why do they make it so hard? Like JavaScript, for example, makes your life pretty easy. You could go in your Chrome right now and run JavaScript, and boom, you're running it. And then Python is the same way. You can go to a simple website like Replit, and there's a terminal, and you get instant feedback, and you could be running your code. Okay, you could go into your command line, and most of MacBooks or every Apple product, every Apple computer already comes with Python installed. And then on Windows, installing it takes like 2 seconds. So even if you want to run it locally, and you don't need to make a class, you don't need to know how this whole command line things work. You pretty much don't need to know anything. You can run the code right away. Cool. All right, let me take some of your guys' questions. Stefan says, hey man, I have a question for you. I really want to learn programming, and I really started once, but I lost my passion and motivation for it. Does that mean I'm not for it, or what? You're gonna lose passion and motivation, and then it's gonna come back. It's like Amjad said, a sine wave. It's a horrible way to describe it. Only people who do math or know anything about math will get it. But it's like waves, you know. You'll get really motivated and you'll be like, yeah, I'm motivated. And then you start going down. And then all of a sudden you feel motivated and passionate again. And then it goes down. It comes in cycles. But motivation can be reverse engineered. So motivation and passion is not what you guys think it is. It's not this random thing that happens by luck. All of it could actually be reverse engineered, and you could turn it into a system and make yourself be motivated and passionate. So, for example, as human beings, we are really dumb, okay? We are really, 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 really stupid as human beings. Here's what that means. Whatever is happening around us influences us. And what you think are your thoughts are actually not your thoughts at all. These are thoughts that you have based on the environment that you're in, the people that you're around, the media that you're consuming. That's what those thoughts are actually comprised of. They're not your own. They're just a mixture of all these, and that unique combination that gets marinated that's inside your head, that's what you think is the unique you and are your thoughts. Now, knowing that, we could be really depressed that we are really stupid, or knowing that, we could be really happy because we could reverse engineer a lot of things in our life. So for example, if I feel less passionate or motivated when I'm driving, I don't listen to music because it's a waste of time. Listening to music, it's sometimes good if you're using it to get yourself pumped or you're working on something to get yourself focused. But if you're driving, it's just a waste of time. Why not listen to books on something like Audible? Why not, when you're in a train and you got your headsets in or you're doing a commute, listen to books? And you could listen to books that motivate you or talk about coding or programming. That's one thing you could do. Here's another amazing, crazy hack that's life-changing. When you are at home and you're about to eat your food, why waste all that time just sitting there eating food, looking at a wall? Or what do some of us do? We eat food while watching House of Cards, while watching Stranger Things or Suits, or I don't know, whatever, news channels or cat videos, or just use stuff on YouTube or surfing the internet, whatever it may be for you. Instead of doing that, why not watch cool stuff you could be building with code? Or maybe there's a new problem in coding that you've hit and now you're stuck, so you're looking up how to solve it, or you're looking at coding tutorials and you're eating food and looking at that at the same time. All right? So if you replace your car time and all that other nonsense, so you replace your music with stuff about coding, and you're watching stuff about coding and coming up with new ideas, those are the easiest hacks that you can start implementing right now. Or also, you could go to local meetups where there are other people who think about coding, who dream about coding, who love it, and want to build amazing things. Now, if this is something important to you, and you start applying all three of these things I just told you, you know, changing the circle of your friends, because, you know, to say the 5 friends around you, right? The 5 closest people to you, you're not only just the average of them, but quantifiably that it's actually measurable. And your average salary is also the average of the 5 people around you and how much they make. Okay? So for those of you who like to think very objectively like me, even if you don't believe that other whole thing about you're the average of the 5 closest people to you, if you look around what their salaries are and you see what your salary is and you're like, whoa, we're all really close, that should be, you know, that should tell you something. So if those people are not about coding or not passionate about their life or not trying to reach their goals or not trying to move themselves forward or not motivated and not motivating you and not believing in you, maybe, just maybe, it's time to expand that inner circle to other people. And those people who don't care for you or are there for you to make yourself feel comfortable, but don't really push you or challenge you or move you to do new things, maybe, just maybe, it's time to cut them out. All right? So you combine replacing music with books. You combine replacing Netflix and the stupid shit you watch and you waste your time. An average American spends 40 hours a week, and my phone just died, so my live stream is dead. Let's figure out what's going on with this bad boy. But think about this, okay? Average American spends 40 hours a week on TV. So most of us complain about not having time. We have time. We just spend it on a lot of weird things. And I'm not putting myself above it. I do it all the time. That's why I have these things in the back of my head, because while I am teaching you and sharing this with you, I'm mostly getting the most benefit for myself, because it reminds me to do these things. Because I'm the one also who's not spending time doing the right things. So if we can change our habits, we can reverse engineer being motivated and passionate and being at that level that we want to be at. And we don't have to condemn ourselves anymore for not having that passion or that motivation. Hopefully that answers your question. Okay, so he just said, you have a wife and she needs time too, and of course she does. But also keep in mind, people like Gary Vaynerchuk or people like Grant Cardone also have a wife, but they run like multiple businesses. They're multi-millionaires. They change the lives of millions of people. They work non-stop, yet they still find the time to keep up with their health. They still spend quality time with their children, and they still spend quality time with their family. So don't lie to yourself that you don't have time. I'm not going to lie to myself that I don't have time. We mess up, but we just need to be honest with why we're making those mistakes. Okay? That's where your real change is going to come from. If you can't look at yourself in the mirror and be honest with yourself, don't expect anybody else to change your life. I can't change your life. That person next to you can't change your life. And if you're not going to be honest with yourself, you can't change your life either. So start from there. Start from being honest with yourself exactly where you are in your relationship, in your career, in your life, your friends near you, right? Your girlfriend, boyfriend, your wife, husband, whatever. Start there and just go through the list and see what level each of those things are at. Are you happy making the money you're making every year? Are you happy being able to just go from paycheck to paycheck? Are you happy doing things in a way that's average, where you know you could be doing better? If you're not, then there are things that need to change. And to start that change, you need to start by being honest with yourself. Okay? Because if you make excuses and if you let yourself off the hook and you say things like, oh, but I have this too, so that needs time too. While that is true, you have those 24 hours. If you juice them and you milk them, you can get a lot done. All right? You can get a lot done. Like, I'm going to tell you from my personal experience, and I'm not amazing or anything. I am, I was a dumb college kid, and now I'm just a kid who's trying to run Clever Programmer and make sure you guys get massive value out of it. But when I was building Clever Programmer, this is the fastest channel to go from 0 to 100,000 subscribers for coding ever. How did that happen? Was there magic involved? No, I was spending like hundreds of hours a week. I was still spending time with my family. I still kept up with my friends. You guys still see my friends in my Instagram, Facebook, stories on Snapchat, and even on YouTube, and even on my live streams from time to time. I still kept up with my family. I still kept up with my friends. I still had a job I was doing. I was a coaching students for programming and chess and video editing and all kinds of stuff, and students from 20 years of age to 60 years of age, students who were going to kindergarten to students who were 45 years old and doing their PhD program for analytics and needed to use Python for machine learning. I was also playing chess competitively at the time and going to tournaments. I was also going to ping pong tournaments. At the same time, I was building this channel like a maniac. Okay? I was also in a relationship at that time. I was also going to the gym. I was also getting really good sleep. And now we have a full-on company. What started as a dream, just a hope and dream and aspirations, and I was like, maybe, you know, one day people will look at this and get value out of it. Maybe Clever Programmer will be able to provide value to other people. Maybe I can help somebody who's not just me. And a lot of these things that I learned, I can share this with other people, because I don't want to hold this to myself, because I thought, what's the point of being alive if you can't provide value to others and if others don't know about you? And what started as a dream a year ago, right? Now we have hundreds of thousands of students on our YouTube. We have millions of viewers on YouTube. We have a lot of people on Instagram, Facebook, and we have over hundreds of thousands of students who've went through our coding courses. And people have gotten jobs. People have gotten promoted at their work. People have gotten internships for, you know, as Python, Django. People have, who are web developers, have saved their company over $23,000. People have become Python web developers and now even have clients. People have done things. There was a person who was a freelancer CG generalist, and after taking my course, he was able to do something that was taking the other team in Brazil 7 days to do. He was able to automate it with Python in 4 hours and made $1,200. All right. So all of this stuff happening and getting people results and making sure to be there with my students and always being there with you guys and listening to you guys and responding to your emails and your comments and whatever things you guys have in your live chat, and providing free content for a full year, nonstop, day in and day out. Every Monday at 11 a.m. you would get a video. There were weeks where I was making 7 videos a week for you guys without asking for a cent. I still made time for all of those things, right? And I'm not even close to somebody like, you know, all these other people. I'm sure there are people who are on this live stream who work way more than I do and are way more productive. But I'm just sharing from my personal experience that it's possible to make that time. It's possible to have that time for yourself. 24 hours is way more than enough in a day. But you just need to be true and honest to yourself. Look yourself in the mirror and go exactly where you are. Don't lie. Don't bullshit yourself. Don't hang out with people who just make you feel comfortable, because I'm telling you, they're not your true friends. They're just there to make you feel comfortable, and that's it. You want people who give you a reality check, who are your cool friends and support you and joke around and have fun, but at the same time, push you in the right direction. And if you have that, and you reverse engineer your way to be motivated and to be passionate, and instead of listening to music, you listen to books, and while you're driving, or while you're driving, and when you're watching Netflix, replacing that with learning and getting online trainings, whether it's on more motivation or self-development or coding, work on yourself. All right, be honest with yourself, and you'll see yourself improving. And trust me, you don't need 24 hours in a day. 24 hours in a day is more than enough time to help you achieve your dreams. All right, but you just have to start by being honest with yourself. My left ear is really enjoying this. Is it coming out of only one ear?
I heard it in both ears.
You heard it in both ears, right? Okay, good. Guys, at this point, you know, if you're here, listen. Link is in the bio on Instagram. Link is in the description on YouTube. Go and sign up for this webinar. This will be life-changing stuff. I'm serious with you right now. I'm serious. If you watched this and you thought this was good and valuable, guys, I'm telling you, this webinar is going to be absolutely life-changing. So make sure you go and you click that button and you subscribe. It's a free live event. All right. And I want to make sure that you're there and bring your questions with you. I will answer all of you guys. All right. We'll have a full Q&A section, and I'm going to go as long as possible, even though the webinar is only 1 hour. All right. But when it's time to take questions, I care about you, and I'll go as long as I need to, and I'm going to answer all of your guys' questions, just like I do in these live streams. And so make sure to show up there. Okay, if you're at all serious about software development, about changing your life, about making an impact not just for yourself but for other people around you, you know, earning that income to have feel confident first of all, and then to provide not for yourself but for other people around you. If all those things can have an impact on your life, if you're interested in them, make sure you sign up for this webinar. All right, and once you sign up, let me know in YouTube comments. Just let me know that you've signed up. And same thing goes for you guys on Facebook. All right. Dovey says, have you seen the book called Automate the Boring Stuff? Do you think it's a good book for Python? Yes, I think that's a good book for Python. Patty Poo, does she have a question? No, there will be a replay. Yes. But it won't be the exact webinar replay. It'll be different, and all the bonuses. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys. For everybody who registers on this webinar, there will be a person who gets the entire course for free. Okay? Make sure to put that in the chat so they can see it. But one of the people on this webinar will get the entire course for free. Okay, this is going to be my new course. I'm even going to reveal the name to you guys. I'm going to reveal the name on the webinar. Nobody knows the name of this course yet. So we've only been using a pseudonym, but the real name is going to be revealed on the webinar. Also, I have some special bonuses for people on the webinar only. These few bonuses you'll only get if you are on the webinar. All right. And I'm going to give you a hint on one of the bonuses. This is the bonus that helped me land my first client with Python in less than 90 days. And the same client who paid me $20,173.30 for less than 2 months of work. And that's what this bonus is related to. And that's just one of the bonuses. There are other bonuses that you're going to get if you come to this live webinar. So make sure to sign up, because there's going to be a lot of valuable things you're going to be getting. Kazi is everything. Awesome. How did you learn Django? My mentor helped me, honestly, because all these online courses are just absolutely confusing and either too advanced or too beginnerish, and or some of them are just all over the place. So yeah, my mentor in person helped me, and then not only what I learned from that mentor, but that inspired me to refine it and create the system and the roadmap for you guys. So now I want to share that with you. Hassan Ali asks, what will the time be on okay, this video ended. In UK, I'm not sure exact conversion at the top of my head, but if you go to my webinar registration page,
5 a.m. It's 11 p.m. It's 5 a.m.
So the 11 p.m. one will be 5 a.m. in UK, and what else? So one is 5 a.m. your time in UK, and the other one is 6 hours ahead, right? I assume. So if it's at 11 a.m., then it should be at 5 p.m.
Yeah.
So one is at 5 a.m. for you in UK, and one is at 5 p.m. for you. All right. Yeah, and so it's the same day for them, for UK. And how about India? Can you check? They're 10.5 hours ahead of Chicago time.
10:30 a.m.
Okay, so 10:30 a.m. for the first webinar, and what about the second time?
9:30 p.m.
So the second time is 9:30 p.m. for people in India, okay? So 5 a.m. to 5 p.m. for UK, those are the two times. For India, the two timings are 10:30.
Should it be the same thing?
Should be 9:30 a.m. and 9:30 p.m., right?
Yeah, either or, but it shouldn't jump an hour.
It's 10.5 hours ahead.
Central time is 11 and a half hours and 30 minutes behind
Oh, really?
India Standard Time.
But it should be the same, like either or. It should be like it
Oh,
shouldn't be
sorry,
10:30
yeah,
to 9:30. It should be
Yeah.
10:30 and 10:30.
Yeah, 10:30. I was looking at that.
All right, so it's 10:30 a.m. in India, and then the next one is 10:30 p.m. So those are the two times. I have a feeling it's not. Okay, fine. Oh, my time zone is Chicago Central. I'm in Chicago, so it's CST, okay, Central Standard Time. So 11 a.m. and 11 p.m. So November 12th, 11 a.m. and November 13th at 11 a.m.
This is getting confused.
Too many timings, sorry. Basically, for me, it's this Sunday night at 11 p.m. and then Monday morning at 11 a.m. Awesome. Constantine says, I signed up. It will be 11 a.m. for me, so I'll be fresh and energized. Good. Don't put Monday and Sunday because for some people, both of them are happening on Sunday. For example, for people in India, it's happening the same day, and for other people. So just put the dates.
Okay. I'll figure it out.
You use different dates over there or not? Same thing. The Chinese calendar is a little different.
No. That's it. No, it's too confusing. Oh my God, guys, seriously, just go. If you can't figure it out, man, I don't know. Maybe you shouldn't be coming to this webinar. Seriously, go to the actual page. We have this little feature, okay? Because we're software developers. We added this little feature that says convert to other time zones. Click on that, and then it lets you convert it to your time zone so you can figure it out, or just Google it. But yeah, jeez, this got way too confusing. The link is in the description. So YouTube, you shouldn't be doing anything right now. You shouldn't be watching this video. You shouldn't be waiting for me to say anything. It's time to sign up for this webinar, all right? Pause everything you're doing. Close out all the other tabs. Go sign up for this webinar on YouTube and Facebook. Go sign up for this webinar. That's what you guys should be doing. And then in the meantime, I'll answer some other questions as well. But boom, boom, boom. Sign up for the webinar.
It's 11 and a half hours difference. Some guy from India confirmed it for us.
Man, I look like a legend drinking that kombucha. All right, somebody's complaining about answers and stuff. Okay, let's see. Marcus Koo says, if I'm not mistaken, since you're learning Python 16 hours a day for 2 months, may I know how much workload you take per day? So that's how long. Yep, Renee, you're right. 11. Sorry, the other way. 11 p.m. and 11 a.m. The 11. Please just click the link on the description. It's confusing the hell out of everybody. Okay. Damn. All right. So if I'm not mistaken, learning Python 16 hours a day, may I know how much workload you take per day? Okay. So I was coding a lot every day to get better, but it was also because I didn't really have that much mentoring. You know, I had one mentor who barely got time, and then he would help put me on the right path, and I had to just do pretty much everything by myself. Had I had completely like the right path, I would need to spend very minimal amount of time to actually be able to do practical stuff that gets me jobs. All right. I'm not saying I would be a great coder. I would just be a competent coder who can start actually getting practical work. And that's the place I want to put you at. So especially with my course, I want to set you up to a point where and take you beyond this point as well. But what I want to do for you is get you to the point where you're learning basics and practical things at the same time, so you're ready to get your first client, and from there you start actually improving your coding skills too. And I'll show you what you need to be doing to constantly improving your coding skills. But the first most important thing is having a portfolio, having projects in that portfolio, and being able to show your clients that, and knowing those practical skills. Then you can actually land those clients and make that money and get that paycheck. After that, if you want to get really good and you want to learn about recursive Fibonacci solutions, or do all these crazy problems on Project Oil or HackerRank or wherever else, then you can do them on your own time, okay? But instead of before getting into all the nerdy nitty gritty, I want to give you the practical stuff, show you how to get clients, start making money so you can relax, breathe, and then you can become a nerd. And trust me, I love nothing more than nerding out when it comes to coding. All right. All right, all right. Marcus Koo's laughing. Okay, Fish says I've signed up for tomorrow. Good. Awesome, awesome. Yeah, move to California, man. I don't know what you're doing in Kansas. California is awesome. Yeah, the website, I don't know what you mean by it's designed for US and Canadian citizens only. Oh, like the time? Yeah, it is, but yeah. Just convert it to your own times, guys. I'm sorry. I'll try to add more times, but there's no good way to do it without just adding a massive amount of information on there and confusing everybody. So I try to put simple things. I try to tell you it's CST, and then I have the feature to say convert to other time zones, or you can go on your own. Just Google it and hit convert to other time zones. Dovi says, signed up. I'm pumped. Love all your efforts. Get pumped. This webinar has the potential to change your life. So I'm going to say this on the webinar as well. But when you come here, we're not screwing around. You have your phone off or on do not disturb. All right. You have your other tabs closed, and bring something to write with you. Okay. So I bring a legal pad. All right. I have a legal pad where I write it, etches stuff into my brain like nothing else. So bring something to write with you, pen and paper, or if not, maybe just write it on your laptop, but be in do not disturb mode. And yeah, because this stuff has the potential to change your life. It has taken me years to put all of this stuff together for you. So make sure you show up and just get as much value as you can, and it's free, okay? Awesome, awesome. Would you say it would be hard for a foreigner to get a job in USA with web development? This is a question I get a lot. And I've been getting this question a lot from people in India. So all my students who are in India, guys, it's no different than getting a job from while you're in US, okay? Getting clients is the same process. You can get clients who are in United States, in UK, or wherever else, and I show you that in the course. So don't be worried about if you're in a specific place, you're limited to some kind of, you know, lower money or whatever, okay? Or you're not going to get as much work, or you have to be stuck with a specific programming language. Don't worry about that. It's the same way, and it works everywhere the same way, all right? And that's the beauty of being a developer, because you can work remotely, and most of the companies now choose to work remotely. Dovey Glassman says, man, I'm confused. Is it free or not?
I just answered this question.
The webinar is free. The course isn't. It's a paid course, but the webinar is free. So show up to it and get massive value out of it. Let's see. The Drifter. Somebody's asking me the question. Last try. All right. So Draft Drifter asks, have I misunderstood something, or what do you get when you enroll to the VIP waiting list for the 90 days client course? Doesn't that mean it's free? What you get for getting on the VIP waiting list, first of all, you get my bonus for how I became a software developer in less than 3 months. So you get that bonus video. That's one. The second thing you get is it says you'll be notified as soon as the course is open. So one way to get notified is on live streams, which is great that you're here. But let's say you weren't here, you would still be getting those emails for when the course is open, and I would be making sure that you don't miss out on it. All right, so that would be the big benefit of signing up for the VIP waitlist. But right now, there is no VIP waitlist because the course is opening up in just a few days. All right, so the time is here, the time is now. Keep in mind, once the course opens, it only has 5 days till we take students, and after that, it's over. All right, there's no more new enrollments, even though you have lifetime access to the course. But it's kind of like a college class. Once everybody enters, I don't want to focus on getting new students in. I want to take that group of students and make them as badass and more as skilled, and getting them jobs and getting them those practical skills as possible, okay? So I want to kind of maximize what we do with that group of students who gets inside within those 5 days. And if you come to the webinar, I'll break down everything about the course, exactly what you will be getting in the course. I'll break down what we've covered in the Profitable Programmer Masterclass, and we'll also have a Q&A section, so we take your questions and answer them. All right, Draft Drifter, Jesus. These guys were teaming up, Marcus Who and Draft Drifter. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Signed up and bookmarked. Wife should be at work at that time so I can pay full attention. Good job. Send your wife on a massage. You know, send her somewhere, pay $70 for a nice massage where she could go and get it. And in that time, you could focus in on the video. Whatever it takes to focus on the video, okay? And the girls and the wives in here, send your husbands and your boyfriends somewhere. And be here, be with us, be with the Clever Programmer community. And we just really have amazing, life-changing stuff for you guys. I mean, I don't know how else to put it. Okay, let's see. Renee is saying, she has a bunch of questions, so let me see. She said, you should use government funding to offer it for free. I use it to oversee US MFG recruiting for a major energy company, vocational schools, or where it's at. Jesus, that's just scary to me, and I don't even know what that means. But Renee is not somebody I want to mess with. It's basically a boot camp, right? But better, less cumbersome. The idea of this boot camp, essentially, or this course, is I was realizing too many people had jobs, too many people had kids, too many people had already other things that they needed to be doing, other commitments. So this course, I designed it in a way where it's just hyper massively practical. That's not a word, but I just made it up. And it's just insanely practical. So meaning, even if you can spend a few hours in a week and do the things that I outline, you will get results. Again, I want to keep all the people away who think this is going to be easy and they're just going to come in and get all these results without putting in work, guys. It's not that. So if that's what you're thinking, don't even bother showing up to the webinar. I'm just going to say that right now. But if you follow all those things, right, you only are looking to spend a few hours in a week. So I wanted to make sure that it's for somebody who can use Python for side hustling or freelancing or trying to get a job full time. All right. Patty Poo says, yeah, I have to kick my fiance off the computer. I usually watch you on my phone. Yeah, this one, it's okay, fiance. Take the L on this one, but you're going to take many W's later. Other than that, Winston says, so will there only be 5 days to register for the course? Absolutely. 5 days only. Then the enrollments are closed. So keep in mind, I've only opened this course up twice in 1 year. I opened this up sometime in April, the first time for 5 days. Then I shut it down. Then I helped those students get results. Then in June, we had a team at Clever Programmer. So we had more people than just me working at Clever Programmer. So we opened the course in June and we closed it and we got lots of students. And then we helped lots of students get results because also we then had a bigger team. Now our team is even bigger and we're ready to help you crush it even more this time. So this is our third time launching it after about 4 or 5 months. And it's only going to be open for 5 days. And after that, we close it down. And the next time we're going to be opening it won't be any earlier than 4 to 5 months. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you so much for coming. I keep looking at the questions. You guys' questions are awesome. And I'm just going to keep answering them. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hi, Mariam. Hello. Thank you guys for coming so much. As always, I love your faces off. Thank you. And at this point, we're well over the 1 hour mark. But I want to be here for you guys. So that's it. Thank you guys so much. I love your face off. And YouTube, I'll see you in the next video.